name is Christopher. He's a call me that sometimes. We on cue. First job actually are coming out of my mother alive. Then of course jobs vary. So it's just as per se a job. I just do so much singer, songwriter, musician, poet, composer, arranger, geographer, historian, sociologist, environmental scientist, fisher, farmer, hunter. So ambidextrous, writers, arranger. I'm back to ecology, my sociology, and my historian. I'm a triple major, I drop off the history, but I still historian and everything anyway. When I was 18, when I was 17, got into BDF. When I was 18, got into customs. From police, went back to police at 20. Left the country at 22. Things like that. I wrote the autobiography. Autobiography of Master Christos. Well, the name of the one there. The master plan, master plan 1, master plan, simply master plan. Then I have a book of short stories that I write right now, and I don't have a set name for this yet. It's 50 short stories that will be actually split up into about 4 or 5 books. Each of them, I already have the 50 names of short stories and names for 30 novels. The writer in the next novel about Janai, how Janai is taking this ICJ situation and his country, Janai cries and prays for his country and decides to, no matter what, defend his country. That's basically the name of that one. So I work on projects. I say we because me and the spirit and the ancestors, the most I of course as leadership. So we work on projects simultaneously. I'd be writing one story and another, and a novel and a book and whatever, a poem simultaneously, Boom, 5 minutes or 10 minutes or an hour, this one, next hour, next 2-3 hours, next one, whatever, in the next one, whatever. Depends on the vibe and the flow and the feeling and everything else that comes, and then again at the same time, and I get distracted, by anything. Nothing distracts me. Noise, music, this, that, anything. Not even girlfriend when it comes to the actual work, because the work has to be done. Question. It depends on a part of the world. Different songs get love different parts of the world. Now as far as I just got my things on the internet starting like November, December of last year, after fighting the internet from 1992. It's inception, it's this kind of inception international, So, before that, prior to that, Punta Ficha Boom, I'm the biggest song, and I'm the name of the album 1992. Then but then I have so much big major hits already, and I even want to talk about where Michael Jackson called her song where my song What About Us. So that song there is what I say is the greatest song I done right. Check. And I check it to become number 1, number 9 out of his number 1s. And then that father tripped me out as far as, I knew what I did and when I did it and how far I went to get that song. And my copyright was sure, I have my copyright for it and everything too. To make them know say that although this man papers never all that at the said time, that the man gone through the Library of Congress, through there with the registration for his song, which was made when you had Desert Sheep before Desert Storm, and I will never finish speaking about it. I never finish talk about it, It's traumatic. I know that I will win in a court of law when it comes to my stuff, because I did it the right way. And that was from 1991. The upliftment of my people. The upliftment of my people is something that I cannot. You know, I cannot compromise when it comes to that. So that if someone will come to me, even if it's my mother, my great grandma, come from the grave of somebody, and anybody for that matter that come and try to say talk detrimentally when it comes to that adversity to that, then I have problems. Cries of joy will come as far as, you know, seeing my people uplift as much as possible. Keep this land, all of it, 8,867 square miles, flinchlessly, you know, at whatever cost, you know, and the betterment as well as, there's so much things, you see, because then the school system done, not really to go, how if you go, for my people, we have to teach our language, our culture, and so our root and everything in our schools. We cannot use our language or learning the other language of other people. We learn English, we learn Creole, we learn Spanish. We have to learn Garifuna. That is what we are. We are the Nubia Black Caribs. We have to. We can't be the English that compromise that. Well then, that got to one part of me. Yeah, like what I tell I do. Well, for one, in Who is Who, I do 26 things, 26 disciplines, some of which I mentioned here, and some actually 31 and more that I didn't. No, the thing is that the musician part, I mean, help cool the body, cool the soul, cool the mind, everything else to help bring to realities things of the other side. You know, just like the poet in me and the writer in me brings to reality what the Spirit and what the Most High Spirit and ancestors tell me for bring to the side, as well as what I experience going to the other side, to, you know, to be with them and chill with them, and so, because then the physical is only 50% of life. You know, the spiritual is always there at 50. Now you have to balance that out and counterbalance that with everything else. That's where the musician in me comes to, you know, to help to cool it off and help to make the people, help to find direction for the people, help to make the people know positivity no matter what, no matter where they go through, the highs, the lows, the everything, and no matter how much you go through the highs, I always give thanks and praises to the Most High. You know, I always believe in yourself and know that nothing is unachievable, unaccomplishable, you know. Everything is within the reaches and the grasp of oneself, you know. Want to pray to the Most High and deal with Spirit and sisters, I get there. Yep. What I'm telling you is just, you know, at the end of the day, right, culture general, somebody will live for people, regardless of what people think of him. Because then, for example, they thought they go wrong the tongue and talk this guy pencil, I'm a pencil. Oh, if you get education or not. So where will you put me? I come back home and go catch you. I tell you, look at me like a crazy. I come back home and go catch guana, go to a farm. Then they ask me if I the food farm or they go T4 if I have farm. Oh, they get crazy. But that ain't same one, most of them one with the big mouth, that they tell you run this, run that when you come back from a farm. Right? You're dirty and stink, you're staying up. No matter what clothes you put on, where it happen. Staying up, respect clothes. That's one of the biggest problems with people down here. And I'll be real about it. They have to learn, they stop the look from outside of people. The internal of the person wanting betterment for your people. I don't have to run up for election for anybody. I have my farm, I have my house, I have my you know, my garden, my whatever else. I got my place there, you know. But my thing is this, why will you feel good that, oh, you have your stuff and, oh yeah, then you see how people suffer? No. If I could get something, if I could get up there, why can't I help to bring up my people? Huh? That we start this place. We are making everybody else come and take over this place, and we, huh? Even we land, we give to every other country, every other human being, but we want people born and go here. No man, that's why I tell my people go squat. Go squat. Because when you go to land's office, yeah, so the 20, 30 years people they go there before they pick their band, 35, so many people tell me they pick the 40 year old and still live there and they go to land's office and before point time pregnant with the child. What kind of stupidity that? Then people just come to the country 2-3 years, some of them even get the papers right, and so somebody that falsifies documents, and so they get the land and so on, different things right under we nose. I'm one who fights for my people. I'm one who's an activist. I'm one who's a statesman. Huh? I'm one who's a nationalist. So you see how I'm multi-tiered? You know, the music, them people have to keep on living. You have to go to the rest of the world. The culture of my people, we're the Nubians. The people, they have to realize that they took Nubia from us. That yes, again they drove us off Euromay, which they call St. Vincent. Huh? Then now with their beliefs again, we go through similar problem again, yeah? Huh? So they want to eliminate you off of the earth, off of the face of the earth. And these things, you know, so then I have to be a warrior, whichever way you take it. And that's not, I'm not talking physical, this, that, I'm talking everything. Mentally, psychologically, everything. Leadership-wise, everything. I cannot be someone who's just sitting in an office or whatever. I do all of that. Check it out. But then at the same time, you cannot just do that while your people are out there going through the grind. You have to go through the grind with your people. As a good leader, you have to be as a good leader, you have to be, to a certain extent, follower, and you have to listen to your people, as well as you have to lead by example. Well, first of all, I'm not a politician. Let's say I'm a statesman and nationalist. So if you call that transformation to politics, yes. I tell you, see my people in the suffer. And it's before I gone, it's before 1984 and all that, and help this place get independence. Before that, of course, we had the riots and all that, because the 21 Heads Agreement, we never agreed to that. And we dropped to 17 and we still riot. Up to the very inception of independence, September 21st, we had martial law. Never forget that I was a 18-year-old, I was a 15-year-old boy then, you know. And now, I intend to run for the 2020 elections, you know. There will be a mayoral election in 2021, but I plan to run for a rep, especially due to the fact that this compromise that I signed in 2008 and this 1859 treaty and everything else, you know. Belize, we have 8,867 square miles. When 1981 we get independence, it's all right. Why we are clear that the ICJ for make them decide now after for them matter. For them matter, remember they are just a legal arm of the United Nations which already granted Belize its independence in 1981. You know? So why 37 years later I have to go to your son or your daughter or your arm to make it rectify what you, the father, the mother, or the granny, grandpa, me don't rectify, me don't not rectify, me don't give, me don't issue to me, you know. Then the next thing is that you have 20 acres of land, man. I still say it's 20 acres, you know. Say I want 10 acres. So now you're going to Supreme Court, ICJ or CCJ, make them decide how much out of your 20 acres of property I will get. They try to appease you and me, they not tell you well. They not tell me well. Okay, you get 10 acres. They just tell me you get 5 or 3 acres. But anything when I get out of yours, that's a gain for me. How will we gain when it comes to going to the ICJ, brother, with free land? Where we for the go there about is monies that the British that there and the British may say they may pay the £400,000 or so. Understand? So I want for your rep for make we help rectify these things as well as to keep the roots, the culture, economics going amongst other things. We'll talk about that another time.